Slaxx, released in 2020 by Shudder, and is directed by Eliza Keppert, who is behind such films like Graveyard Alive and Go Into the Wilderness. Go! Just go over there. Into the wilderness. Just go! And this film is starring Romaine Dennis, Brett Donahue, Zahara Bojani, Kenny Wong, Tiana Nori, Erica Anderson, and Jessica B. Hill. And this was a screener that I received through GingerNutsOfHorror.com, which is a great website where you can go to check out everything that is horror related. They have reviews on there of books, films, TV shows, video games, anything that is related to horror. There are critics, there are reviewers out there who collaborate all with Jim McLeod, who runs the website, and it's a really fun time, and this is one of the reasons why I'm glad I'm collaborating with them, because if I didn't, I would not get screeners for magnificent gems like what this movie is. In Slaxx, a possessed pair of jeans is brought to life to punish the unscrupulous practices of a trendy clothing company. Shipped to the company's flagship store, Slaxx proceeds to wreak carnage on staff locked in overnight to set up the new collection. And it is up to an idealistic young sales clerk by the name of Libby to stop its bloody rampage. So when I told my wife that I just watched a movie called Slaxx, and I started off the description by saying it's about a possessed pair of pants, she immediately filled in everything by saying, and the jeans eat everyone. Yes. Yes, they do. And it is simply one of the best things I have ever seen. This film is listed as a horror comedy, and I can see where the comedy label can get applied to this movie, but for me, this was not a comedy at all. This was reliving, like, my early work life. Since graduating undergrad, I had been in retail for many years, almost a complete decade, and how they amplified the retail sales culture in this film is spot-on perfection. And not only that, but also showcasing just how much bullshit goes into it. I've been saying it for a very long time now. Retail is the worst profession you can go into. Worse than working fast food. Retail sucks. Because it's all about pushing product that really has no monetary value. The only reason that it does is because some higher-up CEO said, it does. And it costs them like $0.25 to make in a third world country, and then it comes over here, and they jack up the retail price 200%, and now it's $125. And then you get into the whole store layout and having to change one product to another spot in the entire store. And you're thinking to yourself, at least I was thinking to myself, well, they were just over here, and I've moved them 6 feet. What was the purpose of me doing that? If I move these right over here, that's really going to push these and sell these more than having it back over here where it was 6 feet away. And the reason why they do that, why they have you move things from rack to end cap, is because some CEO, some regional manager is trying to get a raise or trying to save their job, so they have to make unnecessary changes to things. I feel like I'm ranting about retail. Whenever the word retail or whenever a story about retail rears its freaking ugly head, I go crazy because retail sucks. And that is why this film is so amazing. It showcases that. It shines a spotlight on the terrible world that is retail, and it shoves it in your face. As I'm watching this movie, I'm debating with myself because there are really two possibilities that this concept of a horror film came to be. Number one, the screenwriter or the director used to work in retail. So this is like a worse nightmare just come to life. Or two, one of them has a kid, and they used to play like a little fun game where the gene monster is going to eat you, to try to make them laugh and try to have them have a good time. And then all of a sudden they were like, hey, that's an idea. An evil pair of jeans that eats you at the waistline. This movie's amazing. And I'm not being sarcastic about that. I really do love this movie. Because really, it's the overall message of this film that's just, it's perfect. Well-off people are putting a huge price tag on these inanimate objects that really mean nothing and have no form of monetary value at all, but because some big shot CEO or some famous designer says that it's the new trend or it's the next big thing, all of a sudden the majority of people, a sheeple, go, yes, I need to buy those. I need to have those because so-and-so said I needed to. It's a frickin' deadly sin, and this film does an incredible job at showcasing that. The performances that we get here, they're your stereotypical indie horror film performances. Our final girl, our lead protagonist, Libby McLean, this is her first day on the job, locked down in this store, putting out the new clothing line, which I never knew that was a thing, where they would invite all of their employees to restock the store and to put out new clothing lines, and they would lock down everything. Is that a thing? I was never a part of that. But our first introduction of Libby is her going up to the hiring manager saying, "It's been a dream of mine to work for this store and to work for this designer." Oh, honey. Oh, no. That can't be your dream. No. Run away. I want to climb through the screen right now to shake you and say, "No, what are you thinking? Go off and do something else. This can't be your dream." But Romaine Dennis does have a likable personality, and her performance is very genuine. She's not someone that I'm hating. I'm following along with her, and I want her to survive. Unlike Brett Donahue's character, Craig. Craig is the embodiment of every single assistant manager, regional manager that I ever had in retail. Someone who has so much energy into putting out stupid stock on the floor, in the store, all because they want to advance to become store manager. And then when they reach that, they want to become regional manager, because that's life. Is his performance dialed up to 11? Is it heightened than how a normal person would act in this role? Yes. I think that's the whole concept, and that's where the comedy comes in, but he's not really that far off. He's a slimy little weasel that will betray anyone in order for him to get promoted and move up the chain of command when it comes to this store. The actor does a good job, because this character is a character that I just love to hate. And then the puppetry of the jeans itself. I didn't watch any trailers or actually read the synopsis before going into it. I just knew that on the poster it was this pair of jeans, and it was labeled as a horror film, so I was begging, please, let this be about a possessed pair of jeans that eats people. And then it turned out to be absolutely 100% true, and I was in. Once you put on the pair of jeans, if it decides to, it will start clamping down and start biting you in half. Or it may sucker you in as you're putting on the legs. It'll start bending them in certain ways. Or if they're on the rack behind you, the legs will slowly creep up around your neck and start tying you to death. Are the performances cheesy? Is this overall concept cheesy? Yes, absolutely yes, but I think that's where the brilliance of this film comes from. It's showcasing through heightened sensibilities the bullshit that is the world of retail. If you've never worked retail, if you've never worked in a store where you were told, hey, go hang this up over here, and hey, here's a new design that you have to put up because someone told us we have to. It's the next big thing. If you've never done that before, maybe it won't have as big of an emotional impact as it did on me, but as someone who worked in retail for a very long time, thank God I got out. But for someone that did that for a while, this film spoke to me, and I was 100% in. This is one of the best movies that I've seen all year. It will probably make my top 10 list at the end of this year. That's how good and how much enjoyment I got out of this movie. The Slaxx was great. I'm going to give Slaxx 4.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
It's good. It's good.
Alright everyone, now comes my favorite part of my videos where I pick which movie I'm watching next, and we're continuing this week with a couple of screeners that I received through GingerNutsOfHorror.com. The next one I got was a film called Honeydew, and I have watched the trailer for this, and what I'm gathering is that this is about a bunch of old cannibals in the middle of the woods, and this couple kind of just stumbles upon them. So it sounds like pretty stereotypical horror stuff, but the way the trailer was edited and the music that accompanied it, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it takes me by surprise. If any of you have recommendations of films that you want me to review on here, you can leave a recommendation below this video, or go to my Facebook page, my Instagram, or my Twitter, leave your recommendation there, and if I have access to it, I will watch, review it, and give you a shout on the channel. And if you want me to do your recommendation as quickly as I possibly can and bypass the whole random generator that I have here, you can make a PayPal donation on the main page of my YouTube channel. Any size donation will do, just attach your movie with the donation, and if I have access to it, I will watch watch it and publish my review of it as quickly as I possibly can. So guys, if you've seen Slaxx, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this video, please comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you'll know the next time I release my next movie review. Alright guys, I will see you next time with my review of Honeydew. So in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.